And good morning and welcome to San Bernardino, California, the Pierce Sports Center for our final day of action here in the NBA Cup's regular season. Ira Thor joined alongside Nick England. We both still hanging on with our voices here. And Matt Prosper will be alongside as we go through the day. This is our first of 5 matches today. And talk about starting the day with one that has a lot of implications. 2 teams sitting in first place in their conferences. The Texas Tyrants, red hot right now. First place in the American Conference. They're 6-2 overall, 17 points. They've won 5 in a row and 6 out of 7. Team Freedom is clinging to life at the top of the National Conference, 5-3, but they've lost both matches here this weekend and 3 in a row.
It is certainly, you said there's a lot of implications for this match, and that's going to be the story of the day all day long. So we're going to be breaking down the exact implications and what's on the line. But to go over that a little bit more right now, we're going to pull up the current standings so you can check them out at home. But also, this does not include the current points. So if you want to check out exact points, go to nvausa.com, check out the standings tab, or check us out on Instagram at nvausa. So the big thing to know right now, if Team Freedom is unable to clinch a win in less than, this is going to get way too wordy. Freedom needs to win to guarantee that Southern Exposure does not overtake them. Southern Exposure will still have that chance to battle it out this afternoon. So there is still a neck-and-neck race for first place in the National Conference. The OC Stunners are out of contention there, so it's going to be Freedom or Exposure. On the side of the American Conference, the Tyrants and the Ramblers are still battling it out as well, with the Stingers still in striking range should they win and both the Ramblers and Tyrants lose here today. So every single match along the way is going to matter, not only for firsts, but we're still seeing Blaze, Untouchables, Matadors, and Tornadoes with some slim routes into the finals. No team yet eliminated. This is going to be a real nail-biter.
Yeah, Southern Exposure at 4:30 Pacific time will take on the LA Blaze. Obviously, Southern Exposure wins that and Team Freedom loses this. Well, then Southern Exposure will rally to take that top spot in the National Conference. Obviously, Team Freedom still without a lot of weapons this week, who could not make the trip out to the West Coast due to either life circumstances, work, or injuries. All things that happen. And the Texas Tyrants are a team that's going in the opposite direction. Let's look at today's starters first for Texas, as you see them on the screen. Anthony Robinson, number 1 on the outside. The other outside is Gianluca Grasso, number 9. Setting will be Gabriel Quiones, number 10. In the middle, you got Ryan Mauney, wears number 15, alongside number 22, Austin Lovett. Tim Johnson, who's been absolutely awesome carrying the load for Texas, wears number 17. And the libero is CJ Rilveria, coached by Mauro Grasso. For Team Freedom today, a few changes to the lineup from yesterday, and they've made changes throughout this week. They come in at 5-3, coached by Carlo Edra. Setting today will be Matt Elias, who started the week as the setter. We do have a new libero today, and that's going to be number 13, Glenn Magales. He has not played this weekend, hasn't played in the last 2. On the outside today, getting the start will be Jake Rosner, number 2. And the other outside will be number 19, Jeff Nelson. John Lutz is going to be on the right side today in place of Joe Norman, who's getting rest. He will obviously get in should they need him. And this is where it gets interesting as well. Matt Seifert, who left yesterday's match with an injury, came back to at least play to the end. He will be out to start. If they need him, he'll come in. But to start today, our middles for Team Freedom will be number 11, Mikael Hoyt, a.k.a. Zebra. And our second middle, getting the start for the first time, is number 17, Keith Kegerice, out of St. Francis University, wearing number 17. So that's our situation today. I'm Ira Thor. He's Nick England. It is 9 a.m. Pacific time. You're here at the Pierce Sports Center, and we are underway with Matt Elias serving for Team Freedom. And Grasso sticks it through for the first points of the day.
That is exactly what Grasso does so well. Not only can he bounce a ball with the best of them, but the undersized outside is able to jam balls through the pin and really anchor a team with some fantastic passing. Not wasting any time getting the boys going here and back to serve.
Grasso was the man of the match yesterday as the Tyrants kept winning a 3-0 win over the Chicago Untouchables.
That was certainly an important one to make sure the Tyrants now, I believe, on a 5-match win streak They have been one of the hottest teams in the league, and that's where you see them standing at the top in an overall first place.
Serve for Rosner for Team Freedom. That's dug back over. Here's a chance for the Tyrants in transition. And that's outside the antenna. Nothing there that Tim Johnson could have hoped to do with it.
And then, so we mentioned about Tim Johnson being red hot. Now, uncharacteristically, yesterday afternoon, he had a tough match getting going. Obviously, nothing you can do about that one right there, but in general, had a tough one. But Daniel Jacobs was someone you couldn't say enough about. Coming in off the bench in their little switch, Jacobs was extremely effective. So, love to see Johnson get the kill there and right back on the horse, ready to go.
So Johnson gets the kill. He had no chance in the set that was outside.
Oh, certainly not.
As good as he is, he's not able to pull a ball 3 feet outside the antenna. But he is somebody that if the Tyrants are going to keep the streak going today, they know they need to get him back in the kill column. As that is put away, Lutz gets in on the action with his first kill.
And now we see Kegerice entering the court as the middles switch it up, go back to serve is Zebra.
Kegerice came in yesterday in place of an injured Matt Seifert and played well. See how he does today in the starting role. They go right side to Johnson, and Johnson elevates again.
That's one of the hardest parts. When you've got a guy that jumps that high, when he hits over the block, setting up a defense back row around it, sometimes turns into a little bit of guesswork and hoping you can react. We'll see how Team Freedom adjusts.
Johnson 6'4" out of Chicago, Illinois. Tyrants with the early lead. That is poked, and a ping pong action that bounced off both Grosso and Johnson. And that is a kill for Team Freedom. So Jeff Nelson gets the winner. And serving will be John Lutz. And that is put down with authority in the middle, Ryan Mauney.
So Mountie actually had some surgery on his shoulder, I believe a year or two ago, but they were telling me yesterday, I was talking with Gianluca, that he's actually been having a lot of shoulder pain, but you could not tell based on the swinging that we've been seeing out of him. Absolutely producing in the middle of the court.
4-4 here in game one, and swinging away. And not connecting there with the pressure from the block from Gabakionis.
We mentioned it yesterday. Quinones, one of the 3 Quinones brothers in the league. The other 2 over on the Dallas Tornadoes. One is the coach, one is the setter.
Swing there from Lutz in the back row. That's tipped by Johnson. It'll come back. Another chance here for the Tyrants. Grasso swinging away. Covering that is the beach player Rosner. Poked at the net to an open spot. Useful spot by Ryan Mauney, his second kill.
We can't say his name enough. Mountie's already picked up 2 player of the matches. Just an absolute beast. Great control there. Throwing that one down with his left hand to get the point.
Robinson with the serve for the Tyrants. They go in the middle, and that is stuck through. Big swing from Kegerice.
Kegerice moved hands there to get that kill. Nice swing.
So 6-5 in favor of the Tyrants. Team from the Central Time Zone. Team from the Eastern Time Zone playing the first match of the morning in the Pacific Time Zone. Oh, it nearly fell in, picked up by Robinson. And then Grosso swings away and unable to be covered by Freedom as Grosso gets his second kill.
7-5 lead here for the Tyrants. Opening it up early, putting pressure on Freedom. This was definitely going to be one of those matches where it's all about who can get started early on. Freedom joked around a little bit that their specialty is going 5, so we'll see if that's going to come to fruition or if they can shore it up early.
Johnson got a bit of a hands on that. They'll send it over. Free ball opportunity. Can Freedom capitalize? They go right side and punishing swing. Put away by Lutz, his third kill. Lutz didn't play yesterday. He started the weekend on Friday as the starting right side, the first true action he's seen in the last 2 weekends. And then obviously Joe Norman played yesterday, and Norman was fantastic. Absolutely carrying the load. Team Freedom losing in 5. And that is too long. Grosso wants that one back. in yesterday's action. Team Freedom lost the first match of the day to Coach England's Las Vegas Ramblers. It went 15-11 in the fifth set for the Ramblers. And as we said, the Tyrants winning again. And that's a big-time block by Zebra alongside Matt Elias.
That is a tough wake-up call here in the morning. Great action there from Freedom. Nice move, and Zebra well over the net for that terminal point.
Zebra at 6'5", jumps so well despite being undersized compared to some of the other middles in the NBA.
Fun fact with him, part of the Trinidad national team.
Talented player who is obviously a very useful middles. They have good options here, does Team Freedom. Obviously, your number one is Matt Seifert. But when you have Zebra, but you also have somebody like Hegreich, you have Doug Zema, that's a pretty good foursome to work with, and that's into the net. So 9-8 in favor of the Tyrants. And the serve is number 10, Gabakionis. Lutz swings away. That'll be covered by Kionis. Grasso able to tool the block for the kill. That's his third kill of the morning.
He is not wasting any time getting going here today.
Kionis goes deep. Too long on that one. So the ball goes back to Freedom, trailing by 1. Team Freedom's other loss this week was to Southern Exposure, the team chasing it in the standings, and also lost in 5. So yeah, they love to go 5, but that one's one they're going to want to have back. That one's not coming back. Grasso puts it away from the right side. Kill number 4 from the former USC product. So Grasso will serve. 2-point lead for the Tyrants. Picking that one was Gallus, and then put away.
Zebra, the way that Freedom tends to have their offense structured, Seifert, you know, one of those guys that while he's more than capable of getting kills, he is just a monstrously defensive blocker. And you use someone like Zebra, gets a lot more of their offensive kills. They're a nice 1-2 punch. So it's interesting to see, like you said, when they've got 4 different looks in the middle, it always changes the way the offense plays out for Team Freedom.
Elevating, and that one is Johnson dug up, though, by Megales and sent over. From the back row, Grasso. Rosner was there. Lutz to swing, too deep.
Lutz with that swing doesn't quite get on top of it and tries to send it next door to our neighboring buildings. That one was gonna keep going if Daniel Jacobs didn't stop it.
I don't even know what's next door. I haven't gone for any walks. It's too hot outside.
I've been too dialed in with all this amazing volleyball all weekend. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out on NVAUSA.com, NVAUSA on Instagram, and all other social media platforms. We are pumping out content like crazy, so check that out. A lot of fun stuff going on. League is determined to make your viewership experience a fun one, so make sure to post in the comments, YouTube live chat going on, who you think's going to win this match. We love to see what you guys have to say.
So 3-point lead after Team Freedom continues to make errors, making the Tyrants' job that much easier with 3 points. Lutz swinging away, that's blocked back. Rosner was waiting for it. This time they go to Nelson, cross court with the winner.
Little shift there from the Tyrants with Lovett back row. They move Grasso into left back since they don't have a libero on the court, but Grasso, one of the best outside defenders in the league, not quite able to scoop that one there. Great point for Team Freedom, now down by 2. Seeing if Zebra can help chip away at this 2-point deficit.
Zebra serves it deep. Tyrants back set. Robinson with the corner poke. Useful spot by Anthony Robinson.
God, he does it so well. His role on this team is play amazing defense, keep the pressure on with sound blocking, great, get some stops, And then when you get the set, just find a safe, smart way, and he delivers a lot of points at such a high consistency. Great location there.
That is blocked back on the swing by Nelson. They'll switch sides. They'll be just sent over by Lutz. Here's a chance for the Tyrants in transition. In the middle, perfectly run, and Mountie delivers his third kill.
I just talked about his responsibility. Robinson gets out there, helps set up a triple block. They get a huge block touch, essentially gives them a free ball. They're in system, running the middle, mid-transition right there. Go to Mountie, gets his money, and there's a huge point for the Tyrants.
4-point lead for the Tyrants. That's collected. Big time dig there by Riveria. Swing by Johnson. Joust comes back towards Team Freedom. Rolled over by Nelson. And Kionis, he wants that one back.
Tough roll. Looked like Riveria lost a little bit of track of who was in right front. Not only is he your setter with Gabo Quinones, but he was also just on the net and not off for an approach. So tries to chisel that one in, find a little bit of a dynamic solution, but unable to do so. And as a result, Lutz on the back line at 12-15.
So serving will be number 18, Lutz. Team down 3 here, and we'll see if Team Freedom does not prevail here, if coaching staff makes changes in game 2. That is into the net, and that will send us to our first technical timeout of the morning. Tyrants looking for their 6th win in a row, leading 16-12. Back here in San Bernardino Pierce Sports Center. Good way to start the morning with a match that has so much meaning for both teams, but so far it's been the Tyrants that have come out as the sharper squad.
It really is, and you know what's crazy? When our season's only 9 matches long for each team, there's almost not enough matches to create some extreme separation. And so not only is every match important because you're trying to control your own destiny, but then throughout the rest of the day, some of these standings are so close that you're going to see other teams shifting as well. And because of the point-based system, real quick to go over that. So the way we structure it is on each side, your set counts, like a 5-3 or a 6-2 record is your first play. It's your first denominator. Then we look at point count, and then we'll look at set count, and considering head-to-heads as well. So there's kind of a tiered structure to determine how the conferences are going to, stand at the end of the day. So that's going to be changing throughout the day, and we'll be going over that.
And obviously the big X factor is not all these teams have the same pieces for every match, as that sails just wide. So 3-point lead, side out goes back over to Team Freedom. We're going to see Jeff Nelson, the outside serving. Newer addition to this Freedom squad. Our 2 outsides today, Nelson and Rosen, are both newer Freedom members. Grasso sticks it through. Gianluca Grasso's 5th kill already. And the Tyrants expand the lead 17-13. We'll see Mauney. Mauney will serve here, trying to pull the Tyrants even further along. Tyrants are just so consistent with how they play. And that is stuck through. The attack by Kegarais came back over, and then a heads-up play by the Brazilian Grasso, his 6th kill.
The man with an answer for every problem. Great slam down through the net there.
This time they go to Rosner. That's dug back over. Can they track it down? Nelson gets a piece of it. Good set by Elias. And that comes back over on the attack by Kagarias. Will the third time be the charm? That may have been going out. And the Tyrants will just send it over to reset. Rosner cross court, misses wide.
Wow, defensive effort from the Tyrants. We always talk about their ability to scrap. And they are going after it now with a 6-point lead. Anthony Robinson putting on his helmet, sitting at the 10-foot line, the 3-meter line, gets in there, hands up, digs the big swing out of the middle. What a phenomenal defensive effort.
Well, keep it here for this one. There you see the Team Freedom bench. Some of the guys that are not in the action who were yesterday. There's number 1, Ron Dunn, who was the starter yesterday. There you see with the T-shirt on and the awesome sunglasses, big Matt Seifert, alongside number 8, Bez Arsani, not playing today. Now the Tyrants bench, there you see Coach Mauro Grasso giving instruction as the Tyrants set to come out and look to build on a commanding early 6-point lead. Oh man, I did that again. I keep doing that to Nick. Wow. So I typed in the chat, good morning. You can tell I'm tired because I called my partner here, Nick English. And
hey, you know, I like to put a little English and a little spin on the ball, a little bit of, you know, a little finesse on the words. So it's all the same to me. And as long as everyone knows that they're going to get some high-level volleyball, that's all I care about. But if you're not sure, it's England like the country. And that's a dump down from Matt Elias.
This is Thor like the Marvel character, but one with needs another cup of coffee. God. Man, you're going to rib me for that one for a while. Elias gets the dump. He is a former standout All-American at Juniata College in Pennsylvania, so he's a very experienced player in crunch time. Team right now is that is left short. Team right now just is trying to find some balance, Mr. England.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Gabo Quinones finding out that net is still almost 8 feet high. That's the second swing into the net for him.
4-point lead still for the Tyrants. Zebra couldn't get it onto the court. And for the first time today, Austin Lovett, a San Jose native, is in the kill column.
And that's one of the Matt Prosser favorite statistics, that when you get to 21st, you are, and I don't know the statistic, I just know it's one of his favorites, but there is a significant uptick in your likelihood to win the match.
Speaking of 20, look who's in here. It's number 20, Joe Norman, as they are going to make a couple changes early on here, even in the first set, as Rosner swings and gets his first kill. Rosner is one of these guys, Nick, that he's not in there for his offense, right? They need an outside that has ball control. He's a former beach player. He has a lot of experience on the AVP Pro Tour, and he's out there to pass. So if you can get some offense out of him, it's a bonus. And that's an ace, as Team Freedom is making a little bit of a rally here. The ace by Elias.
One of the other interesting things about him is he's a lefty outside. There's only 2 in the league as far as I know, him and Chris Chappelle from the OC Stunners. So definitely changes things up, and it can throw blockers frequently for a loop. Always interesting to see that point of contact change.
And that is put away. Lovett gets back in the action. Grasso goes deep, pass by Nelson, in the middle, Zebra gets the result. That's his third kill, Nick, and he is leading the way alongside Lutz, who's no longer in the match, but Zebra, every time he swings, something positive happens. So Rosner to serve. It's a 21-18 lead for the Tyrants. They go in the middle, and Nick, that's 3 in a row to Lovett. Now it's becoming a battle of the middles.
And this speaks to the Tyrants' understanding of how they score their points. And their points is just, it changes every single set, every match. But Quinones does a fantastic job understanding what his blocking matchups are, who's hot, and he gets them involved. Great work by them.
They go outside, cross court, big time swing, and a kill by Nelson. his best swing so far this morning. Picks up his second kill. Tucked that nicely inside the 10-foot line, too.
Yep, Robinson made a lunging move to his side, but unable to get the touch he was looking for, and great kill all the same.
Mikal Hoyt to serve. Serves it a low line drive that expands the lead to 4, 23-19. See a change here for the Tyrants. And into serve will be Isaiah Afazi.
So this is the double sub they use all the time. Afashi coming in back row to serve, and Jacobs up front wearing those teal shoes to flash and match his play style. Got a cannon on his arm. Doesn't miss a beat from Johnson.
Norman, first swing he's had today. It's blocked back, second chance. This time it's Nelson. The power tip to the corner. Wow, what a useful spot.
We saw Robinson get one of those earlier, doing the exact same thing for the side of the Tyrants. Now Team Freedom getting one back for themselves.
As Joe Norman will serve. Big man taking his time. 3-point deficit to try to make up here for Freedom. Goes deep with it. They go right side. Robinson puts it down. Wow. Anthony Robinson with authority.
Like I said, that comes back to understand. Oh, there's the shoes. Look a little green in the tint there, but those are bright, bright teal. You got
Daniel Jacobs. And this is set point for the Tyrants. Free ball. Now on the Tyrants side, they will go for the kill to Jacobs for the winner. His first swing, and the Tyrants victorious 25-20. And they win our first set. They take a 1-0 lead in the match. We'll come back and get you set for game number 2 here in San Bernardino. Tyrants up 1-0.
Flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so. Introducing Brain Fuel, a cerebral beverage. Be smarter, think faster, live beyond.
Focus. Good pass, put it down. No, come on. Closer. Good pass, put it down.
I'm training for my 6th Olympics. More than ever before, I have to work hard to stay in shape. I run, I lift, I do yoga. That means sore knees, sore back, sore everything. KT Tape helps me push past the pain.
Used by athletes around the world and at home, just like you. KT Tape relieves the pain of aching muscles and joints. Perform at your best. Easy to apply. Use it for many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
And we're back here at the Pierce Sports Center in San Bernardino. Ira Thor alongside Nick England, like the country. And we're seeing the Texas Tyrants right now continuing to roll because, they came into the event in Atlantic City really with a lot to prove. They had a 1-2 opening to their season. But since then, from what you've seen, they've really come out as a different team, right?
They certainly have, and they're putting a lot of pressure. The thing is they have such a well-rounded ability to solve problems in the moment. Coach Grasso, one of the top coaches in the league, these guys respect him. They're dialed in. They know how they want to execute. So no matter what problem they're facing on the other side of the net, they dynamically problem solve. They're getting, whatever change they need, the way they move their block, their defense, who they're serving, what they want to run in terms of their offense. It just changes every match, and that makes them such a formidable opponent.
And the Tyrants continue to roll here, winning the first set by 5. Looking at the Freedom side, and looks like the same lineup out there with the exception of Joe Norman, who came in late in the first set, and his first swing of the second set results in his first kill as he gets the touch. We thank those of you watching this match this morning, live around the country and around the world, and a lot of Tyrant fans certainly chiming in on the chat. We welcome that as well. Elias with the serve. Here's Grosso swinging away outside the antenna, and the point to Team Freedom. And with some early morning insights, here's our partner Matt Prosser.
Thanks, Ira. Nick, yeah, you touched on it nicely. I got a chance to speak with Coach Grasso between sets there. He did tell me that he was happy with his team's performance through set number 1. Was expecting to see some different personnel from Team Freedom, but he wasn't worried about it overly. He was more concerned about how his team was playing. Overall, he's happy with their block and defense. Side out percentages were good, so continuing to prepare for weekend number 4 and move on forward, but happy overall with his team's performance so far.
Thanks for that, Matt. And that ball sailed wide on the attempt by Rosner, so Grasso will serve. They go right side. A little misfire there by Rosner. You heard the fingertips. And that is blocked down. Zebra getting in with a little help from Rosner.
No misfire on that one. And one of the things you can look to see so many of these AVP guys that kind of make their court appearance returns. With Rosner, you see Steve Roshitz from the Dallas Tornadoes. They are some of the best blockers because of how much they have to learn on the beach in those one-on-one actions. So keep an eye out for that. Serve is underway here, backside to Johnson.
Rosner can't handle that one on the swing by Johnson as he collects the kill. Johnson, when he's on, is one of the more difficult players in the league to contain.
He certainly is, and I mentioned earlier, he was a little bit ineffective yesterday, but certainly not missing a beat getting involved here today.
So serving is Lovett. They're going to go right side. Norman powers it down.
Norman's going to swing a high efficiency. His go-to is he loves swinging into the angle, whether you want to give him sharp angle or deep corners. He loves going cross court, and he's doing it from a 6'9" to 6'10" vantage point. So if you're not making disciplined blocking moves, he'll have a field day, and we'll see what he can get done here.
Right side, Johnson away, down the line. Tim Johnson, just so powerful. The Grandview University graduate, his 4th kill. And the 6'4" outside will drop back to serve. His team trailing now by 1 here very early in game number 2. Leaves it short, covered by Nelson in the middle. Kegaris, that's going to come over on 1. Elias goes outside, put away by Jeff Nelson. Nelson, big sigh of relief. You see the deep breath he takes there as he gets high fives from his Freedom teammates. They lead by 2. And we'll see Norman, who in his 1 year at SUNY New Paltz in the Hudson Valley of New York helped lead the Hawks to the 2016 National Championship. He serves. And perfectly set up there. Mountie with the result. That's his 4th kill. And it'll be the other outside, Anthony Robinson, at a Waianae, Hawaii, to serve. In the middle, put down with a left hand by Kegerice. I think the set was off a little bit, but Kegerice was able to find the solution. Here's Jeff Nelson. They go to Grasso and blocked. Elias closes down the line, gets some help from Kegerice. And Team Freedom's got the 3-point lead. Second time Elias been part of the block. Clips the net. And that works out well in the favor of the Tyrants as Mountie continues to just dominate in the middle.
That right there shows the importance of a great setter. A little bit of a tough pass, but Quinona is able to better the ball. Mountie gives him an option, and there's a huge kill for number 15 once again.
Team Freedom trying the return fire. Rosner clips the block. Rosner's 2nd kill.
So Rosner was actually added to this team as the only West Coast guy. When Chris Vaughn was injured at event number 2, they were wanting to make sure they had someone out here for this event, and he is partners. They play beach together, so even they're on different coasts, he knew Rosner was going to be his guy. And Matt Elias is the guy right there, number 4, with a shutdown stuff block on number 9, Gianluca Grasso. Huge point for the Freedom as they extend their lead now to 4.
Matt Elias with 2 blocks on the last 4 points. He now has 3 for the match, and Team Freedom finding an answer here in game number 2. And we talked about how Team Freedom likes to go to distance. This will help their cause. That will, as well as for the first time today, a mistake in the middle. Austin Lovett leaves it short. And we'll see how long Coach Grasso goes without wanting to talk it over. Oh, it happens right here. As the Tyrants down by 5, we'll discuss. We'll take a break. We'll be back for more here in San Bernardino.
The flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who
Back here to Pierce Sports Center in San Bernardino. There you see number 6, Doug Zema. Those are some really nice sunglasses.
Yeah, those are the Pit Vipers, one of the proud sponsors of Team Freedom. You can see Seifert rocking them out right now as well. But we're back underway.
Pass by Johnson and Grasso down the line, but he misses wide. And Team Freedom is starting to find its rhythm a little bit, but it's also being aided by some Tyrant mistakes. And Kegerice to serve. Robinson with the pass. They go outside. Grasso doesn't make the same mistake twice. Gianluca Grasso with authority. He's got 7 kills. Zebra with a good pass, and then Rosner gets shut down. Tim Johnson with the block alongside Austin Lovett. That's the second block for the Texas Tyrants. A little bit of a tongue twister there. And continuing to serve is Quiones. Leaves it short, covered by Nelson. They go right side. Norman. That is collected off the net after it hit Nelson in the face. And that will be poked over. Poked by Norman. The Tyrants were under the net. As the center line violation, Grasso cannot believe it. Nor can head coach Mauro Grasso. And calm down his son. I think they disagreed with that call, Nick.
That would be an understatement. Yep, they're not happy about that one. It's tough being down 5 in such an important match. But that is the name of the game, and the Tyrants are usually a very disciplined team when they handle adversity like that, and they're going to get it right back on the train back on the rails here.
Good serve by Elias. Right side, Grasso had a stutter step there, and that hesitation nearly cost him, but he was able to clip one of the hands for the kill. It ends up being his 8th kill, and he'll drop back to serve. Still down 4, but still fairly early. Grasso dumps this one in. Zebra's waiting for it. They run a quick to Zebra, and Zebra puts it away.
We're seeing the Freedom still able to continue establishing the middle. The passing has been a little shaky at times, but good enough for the hands of Matt Elias to deliver the sets he wants. Oh, excuse me.
And here is Jake Rosner, who, as you mentioned, the one West Coast product. Lovett is covered by Rosner. Continues to play great defense, and there is Nelson with the finish.
Great swing from him. He's starting to come online. Nelson contributing, and at the very least, that last rally, even getting tagged in the face there, that was a great contribution. Extended the rally. Right place, right time is one of the most important things in volleyball.
Dig off the face, probably not how they had it chalked off. But hey, keep the ball alive and could ice it later. As Johnson swings away, dug up by Rosner. Here's Nelson with the useful roll. And wow, what a diving save with the pancake by Quiones. Team Freedom will try to capitalize. And Zebra drops it in. Mikhail Hoyt, his 5th kill.
There you see Matt Seifert on camera pounding it out with the thunderous steps of a 6'10" behemoth. That's a big dude in some stellar sunglasses right there. If you want to see me rocking my pair, make sure to go to check out NVA USA on Instagram, as we did our morning intro out on the beach courts right behind the Pierce Sports Center here.
I did see the beach courts yesterday afternoon when I tried to get some fresh air after we were in here for about 12 hours yesterday, and very inviting they were. They were
certainly.
Probably about an hour from the actual ocean, but beach courts, something about them is special. And that is blocked back by Robinson with the joust with Zebra. Here is the deep roll by Nelson. And Johnson finds a way through.
He certainly does. They need that one. They are down by 5 points currently, or 6 points currently.
Grasso, Mounty, and Johnson have combined for 18 kills so far between those 3 players. They do trail by 6, and we'll see if Austin Lovett, 6'6" out of San Jose, will bring his team closer. He cannot, as he sends it too deep. And that will send us to our first technical timeout, our only technical timeout here in game number 2, as Team Freedom has a 7-point lead when we come back.
Hey, my name is Travis, and I'm the founder of Arste. Last year, we launched the Medic, which is a state-of-the-art percussive massager. It works by providing rapid, targeted pulses into your muscles, which relieves tension and increases blood flow. It is a great tool for athletes looking to get an edge in their training or in competition, but it's also great for everyday people who suffer from common issues such as stiff neck, lower back pain, and sore feet. What sets our device apart from others? For one, it's how insanely quiet it is. Second is the extended length handle, which allows you to more easily reach your back. And third, the swivel head, which allows for better ergonomics. We also include 6 different head attachments and a travel case with your purchase. We are so excited to have you try the Medic. We know you're gonna love it. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram or Facebook at any time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.
Ira Thor alongside Nick England. Man, it's like Zoom here. I forgot to unmute myself.
We were both sitting there muted, looked at each other, looked at our lights.
It's like any conference call, except we are live here in San Bernardino. We thank those of you watching this from around the world and across the country. We have fans watching in Hawaii this morning. We found out on the chat. Anthony Robinson's family watching out in Waianae, Hawaii. Hopefully I'm saying that beautiful town correctly as we are back to live action. As here is Norman swinging away as he tried to swing over triple, looked for a high hands and couldn't get a touch on it.
Well, he certainly hit over the triple, just didn't quite find the hands on the way. But that's, that's one of those things that when you're taking those swings, it's the right idea, but you never know exactly where those hands are going to get to. So sometimes you're taking a good, educated guess, or you're feeling out the situation. So Norman not quite able to find it. Elias might look to go set him back right away for a little redemption.
Fazio to serve. Norman, well, he's able to get that redemption, his 3rd kill. When you're 6'9", it kind of gives those educated guesses a little bit more flexibility.
It certainly does, but I love the confidence from Elias doing a little bit of a setback there, getting Norman dialed in right away. Big kill for number 20.
Well, number 20 will serve. His team up by 7. Team Freedom did have a big lead yesterday in one of their sets and was not able to sustain it. We'll see if they can here, as that is swung hard and put away by Jacobs. So here's Anthony Robinson. Brother Ethan watching live in Hawaii. We found out in the chat. Oh, useful spot there by Keith Kegarais for his 3rd kill. The Chambersburg, Pennsylvania native, 6'6" middle today, getting the nod. And he obviously is not going to have the offensive impact of a Mikhail Hoyts, but absolutely has done a good job, at least closing off the net. That's down the line, dug up. Here's a chance. Norman gonna do a power tip. Rosso cross court and gets it.
That's a huge swing. Love to see that. What a talented guy number 9 is right there. Just an absolute anchor. But again, you cannot overstate the importance of Tim Johnson and Ryan Mounty, both right now contributing 5 and 6 points apiece.
They go back to Norman. That is blocked back. Covered here by Team Freedom. And that's too deep by their outside Jake Rosner. Glenn Megalis continues to do a good job as the Freedom libero. He's starting in place of John Cunningham today and has been able to cover many of these return shots by the Tyrants. They go back to Rosner. And the block on the pin, he is shut down.
You see it right there. Matt Elias goes for that setback once again, but Tyrants knew it was coming. A well-formed double block, sitting there waiting to pounce on that ball. And that's going to be a timeout called on the side of Team Freedom to see if they can quash this little bit of a run the Tyrants are putting together.
First timeout here used by Team Freedom. Tyrants used one earlier, 18-14 here in game number 2.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit about the format coming into event number 4. So we've been talking about this all weekend long, but the way that this is going to work, 5 teams in each conference, top 4 from each conference will qualify, and then it will be a reverse seeding. The first in the National will play the 4th in the American, so on and so forth. So what that means is that that is going to be a single elimination tournament, 2 days. In 1 month's time, we'll be back here at the Pierce Sports Center once again. So really, really important to get the seeding that you want going into that match, see what your head-to-head is going to be like, because at that point, it is do or die. There is no time to find a warm-up. You have got to be able to perform right off the bat. We're going to do the 4 quarterfinals on Saturday, and then Sunday it is game day. 2 semifinals followed up by a 3rd-place match, finished off by the finals, and we are going to name a winner of the NVA Cup. Be sure to stay tuned all day long. We'll be talking about the importance. So if you are a fan of a current team in the NVA, you're going to hear exactly how their path is going to unfold.
And the serve by the Tyrants. Rosner blocked back again. That's 3 in a row for the Tyrants, as put back with authority by Austin Lovett. And Team Freedom will use a chance to dry off the court.
A little bit of an icing solution potentially. I didn't see the dive, but you know, use all the ways you can to control the pace of the game. If things are not going your way, a little bit of an indirect timeout can be used to slow things down. Now you see Coach Idra taking a chance to talk to his guys, make sure he knows where Elias is going. I would not be surprised on a good pass we see Kegerice get an option or a backside D-ball to Joe Norman. That's 3 stops against the outside Rosner there, so expect a little change, potentially a dump coming in too.
How does Team Freedom respond? Norman swinging down the line, got the deflection for the kill.
Norman having a great attack down the line there. We talked earlier about how much he loves his angle, but right there makes an adjustment. Matt Elias getting that set right in his hitting zone and a nice attack line.
Now we are going to see a change here. I was wondering when it would happen.
Well, this is certainly not the one
not
you would
the
expect.
one I was expecting at all. Matt Seifert coming in for Rosner.
Blocking sub underway. This is going to be Seifert going to the left. They see Daniel Jacobs as the threat. They're going to see if they can get a stop.
They go the opposite way, and Grasso one-on-one against Elias wins the battle. Gianluca Grasso, his 10th kill.
And they undo that blocking sub. This is right, that is right there why Quinones just earns every bit of his worth, because he sees that, the 6'10 Seifert subbed in. He knows he does not want to hit into that. He'd rather give Grasso the one-on-one against Matt Elias. Well done there.
Zebra gets the floor. Kel Hoyt picks up his 6th kill. That is the team lead for Team Freedom. They led by 7 here in this set. It's now a 4-point game. Can they close it out? Elias already has an ace. He'll serve. Roll shot. Norman. Wow, what a save by Nelson. And they're going to send it into outer space. All they had to do was free ball it over and hit it so high it clipped off the I-beams. And a gift here for the Tyrants after an amazing defensive play by Jeff Nelson, who ran it down almost maybe 30 feet off the court.
Yep, he was a court away from the court there, but unfortunately there is a ceiling in here, and that one's going to shut it down for Glenn Megales. Grasso now to serve.
Free ball, and that hit back by Robinson. In the middle, Zebra puts it away. Oh, Mikhail Hoyt with authority. So Matt Seifert was in for a point. He's now back out as he had a strained shoulder yesterday. We'll see if he's able to be used more here today. And another shutdown block here. Love it. And Afazi as well as, well, the Tyrants are making a late run.
Afaji just gets the job done when he comes off the bench. You love to see it. Another small note, so we saw the injury yesterday for Seifert when he collided laying out for a ball next to libero John Cunningham. His shoulder was in a fairly exposed position. Cunningham hit him at full speed, and it was a possible either complete or partial dislocation. The trainer was able to get him, set and ready to go. He actually made a return to the match playing on it, so there's been a concern about how ready to go he is today and rest him if possible, but Seifert, if you know anything about the guy, he is ready to go at the drop of a hat.
And obviously after this, they have 1 month to get themselves physically ready for the championship. Back here, July 10th and 11th. Zero is going to set up Norman, who sticks it in the middle of the court. His 6th kill in just over a set of action as he came in the final points of game number 1. And this run for the Tyrants has come to an end. It's 23-18, and Coach Mauro Grasso wants to discuss.
Yeah, we saw that substitution in for Lutz, and again, Freedom's one of those teams that just has a variety of answers. Whether it you can look at who they travel, who's healthy. There's a ton of different variations of the lineups you'll see, but you'll never know who their quote-unquote starters are because they just have so many weapons. So they started with Lutz. Pretty quickly, they saw the match wasn't going the way they wanted. Norman knew he was going to be ready to go, and he's making a huge impact already, fresh off the bench. Love to see it.
So Grasso, can he and his squad bounce back? 10 kills, but he's been kind of leading the entire charge here because everybody else has been fairly inconsistent in terms of their production. Expected to get a little bit more out of Tim Johnson so far this morning. And he's had a good match. He's had 5 kills, but hasn't been the overwhelming force he's been in some of these other contests. We'll see how that impacts the Tyrants going forward because they're trying to find a way to claw back here in game 2. Oh, wow, dropping on Ace into the back corner. Nothing the Tyrants could do there with the perfect location. Mikal Hoyt is making contributions in ways you would not normally expect.
Yeah, you'll love to see this. He during set 1, when things weren't quite clicking, he had a missed serve in the net from kind of a standing float. So you want to see a little bit more, but right now getting that ace is a great earned point.
And that is put away off the block. I think that was Robinson. By the way, Johnson's not on the court right now, which is why I mentioned that. Is he going to return in the 3rd set in a more prominent role?
He certainly will. This is still that double sub that they want a front row block, or they want when the set goes back row. Tip over the top.
Ooh, Kegerice changes direction on that one, and he's able to drop that in, and that is enough for the set. 25-19. Team Freedom gets themselves with the 6-point victory after losing game 1 by 5. And we are, in typical Freedom fashion, chugging along towards a potential 5-setter. We'll see how this match evolves when we come back for game 3 coming up here in San Bernardino.
Flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so. Introducing Brain Fuel, a cerebral beverage. Be smarter, think faster, live beyond.
Focus. Good pass, put it down. No, come on. Closer. Good pass, put it down.
I'm training for my 6th Olympics. More than ever before, I have to work hard to stay in shape. I run, I lift, I do yoga. That means sore knees, sore back, sore everything. KT Tape helps me push past the pain.
Used by athletes around the world and at home, just like you. KT Tape relieves the pain of aching muscles and joints. Perform at your best. Easy to apply. Use it for many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
Back here for set number 3, tied 1-1. Good answer for Team Freedom in the second set.
Yeah, certainly is a 7-point win. There's an it's an authoritative one, to say the least. That word was bigger than my brain at that moment in time. Welcome to seeing my screensaver turning off. We're about to get back into this one. We're going to have a quick take on the sideline from our man, Mr. Matt Prosser. Matt, kick it over to you before we get this match started.
Thanks, Nick. Quick chat with coach, owner, manager Justin Beaumont from Team Freedom. Asked him what the difference was between sets 1 and 2, and he specifically said all on Big Joe Norman. He was the difference offensively, providing that spark that his team needed. And then he also commented on his middles, and they're continuing to make smart hitting choices, not having to be a highlight kill every single time, which then led me to ask him about Matt Seifert's health status. He is a full green light, and we should expect to see him at some point during this match through the front row for Team Freedom. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Matt. Zebra with another block. Rosner is involved in that as well. And Team Freedom certainly putting pressure at the net. They know what's at stake here. And they're playing like that here after a poor start. Have started to put it together here. Roll shot by Grasso, the former USC product, puts it down for his 11th kill.
And that one is so successful because you just watch him hit ball after ball after ball into deep corners, things like that. And so everyone expects, and they make defensive moves with that in mind. He goes to that off-speed shot, no one home. Great kill for Grasso.
Grasso goes deep with that serve. Right, left side here. Norman, block back covered by Team Freedom. And Rosner's gonna poke it right to a waiting Grasso. Robinson, power tip. Run down by Nelson, and Zebra's just gonna send it over to reset. Here's a chance for the Tyrants. Robinson swinging away. Oh, a diving pickup by Nelson. Norman with the swing. Great volleyball back and forth. Robinson goes cross court and gets the answer.
What a great swing, and you talked about what are we gonna see from the lineup here. Tyrants looking to switch it up, and for the first time I can ever recall seeing it, they're starting Isaiah Afaji, number 11, and Daniel Jacobs instead of the Quinones-Tim Johnson double. So a little adjustment here made by them all the same.
Off the net, saving that one was Rosner. Zebra swings away. Big cross-court smash by Jacobs.
Man, there was only a ball's width between the hands of Norman and Hoyt there, and a great confident swing from Jacobs, able to hammer that one home. Big point for number 16.
Jacobs, one of 3 California natives on this Tyrant squad, out of Burbank, puts it away, and so does Zebra. Mikhail Hoyt continues to power through the middle. That is his 8th kill. In the top Freedom player so far by a long shot. So here's Rosner. Robinson, too wide.
That quick tempo to the outside is going to be a very flat set, so it's going to go through your hitting window very quickly. So Robinson tries to pull the trigger, doesn't quite get the contact he wants, sends that one just long.
Elvin Otley, our line judge on the right side. Freedom side with excellent view of that one. The back set here and getting the kill off the hands. Daniel Jacobs continues to work well with this combination of Afazi. So now 4 kills for Jacobs. We'll see Austin Lovett serve it away. Here's Nelson, goes cross court, poked in the air. Free ball, Zebra puts it away. 9 kills from Mikhail Hoyt out of Trinidad and Tobago. Certainly making his presence felt today. He will serve here for Freedom, tied at 4 here in the 3rd set. And that's too long.
1-point lead now for the Tyrants. Certainly nothing authoritative out of the gates, but a lead nonetheless. Not going to be an easy one to overpower Team Freedom so quickly. So the little leads are all going to start to add up.
And that's going to be an ace. Big swing from Jacobs. First ace off the hands of the Tyrants, and slowly getting some of these big wins they need. 6-4 lead. Jacobs has come in and kind of given them a different look that Team Freedom has not seen yet. They knew what they were getting from Grasso. They knew what they were getting from Tim Johnson. And that is sent cross court and sent over on 2. Freedom trying to capitalize. That's going to be a double call.
Tough spot for Mount Elias. Doesn't get the contact he wants. You can see both Mounty and Afaji there with the same idea, going up and jamming that one down.
Another big serve. Right side, Norman off the hands. That is dug up by Grasso. Oh, the thunder from Jacobs.
Oh my goodness. He absolutely flew for that ball. What an, oh my, words fail me. What a monstrous swing there from 16. That was a great set by Afaji. Great job from them. Wow.
Faji's come in and done a great job as setter, and plays like that show why. Here's Norman with the power tip. Diving to cover that one is Wolveria. And then Robinson down the line with the left hand. He's got 5 kills, and Freedom has seen enough. Trailing by 5 big here early in game 3.
Wow, we are seeing Tyrants answer back. And you know, a big part of growing this league is getting fans, getting everyone to understand and know about the league, and for people that don't watch volleyball to get a chance to experience what a fun sport this is to be a part of. You can hear the Tyrants fans that have traveled out from Texas are here getting loud and rowdy. You love to see a couple people starting to get back in the gym. You know, COVID's been such an issue. Trying to make this all happen. It's been something the work has worked religiously around. So great to see that, you know, Pierce Sports Center taking the proper precautions and fans able to get in here and get involved with the players.
Certainly nice to see the fans here watching an early one on a Sunday morning out here on the West Coast, and Team Freedom coming out of their timeout. That Cypher's got the sunglasses on. I think Team Freedom would much rather see him with the uniform on out on the court. And see if the Freedom is able to find an answer here, as Daniel Jacobs has come in and been the man. Another big serve. This stays on their side. Kegaris. Now took over by Robinson. Freedom trying to capitalize. Here's Nelson with the roll shot right into the waiting arms of Grasso, swinging from the back row. And that is finished by Mounty.
The defense and block right now, the Tyrants, is absolutely getting the best of Team Freedom. But man, to speak again about just some of those small things you see, there was a tip over the middle that was picked up by Gianluca Grasso out of middle back. The fact that he made the read, got to 4 feet off the net and got that dig is absolutely incredible.
Another big serve and another ace. Daniel Jacobs delivers again. 6'3" out of Burbank, California. Jacobs played his collegiate volleyball at Ottawa University, NAIA school in Kansas. And the run ends there. So it'll be Joe Norman to drop back. Norman's had 6 kills, team down by 6. We'll see if he's able to draw them closer with some powerful serves, which clips the net. That's going to carry him off the lights. Well covered by Grasso, and Robinson dumps it over. Kega Rice dug up by the Tyrants. Another big swing from Jacobs. Freedom gets Norman again. What a collection there by the Tyrants, and Grasso, oh, with the power off of the chest of Glenn Magales. Nothing he could do there as Jacobs is taking over this match.
What an insane, that was a bump set from Mounty to Grasso to put that one away. What a huge, huge point there. Keep saying his name, Gianluca Grasso, but certainly no surprise to any Tyrants fans. You know he's one of the most lethal offensive weapons in the Tyrants lineup.
Robinson tries a little floater into the front row and misses just wide. So dropping back to serve will be Jeff Nelson. That's coming this way. Wow, what a save as it's finally sent over by Jacobs after being run down by Afaji. And after all of that, Gianluca Grasso with his 12th kill. What an effort by the combination of Jacobs and Afaji, avoiding the table and still being able to send it over and extend the point. And when you see that happen, it might be your day.
Certainly might. And what really speaks to the impressiveness there is when they reset, Afaji was the first one back onto the court, so he took the middle blocker position and Mounty took the right side.
Kega Rice is going to take advantage of that as the Tyrants are into the net, so the point goes over to Freedom. They get Mikhail Hoyt back into the match. So Kega Rice will serve. Grasso never went over. Nick England, good hands to save the table.
Little game ball touch over here. We always talk about how much the Tyrants like to throw in some slightly deviated attack paths there with a little bit of a lob from Grasso.
They go back to Grasso, and Grasso destroys it. 13 kills now. And here is Isaiah Afaji.
Right there, you're seeing a new camera angle that's been popping up periodically. We've got a 7-camera system here working to give a variety of new angles as our team continues dialing that in. Love to see that.
Norman dug back over by Afaji. Second chance for Freedom, poked deep, but Robinson waiting for it. And that is off the block, put away by Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs, a 2-time NAIA first-team All-American, where he was a 3-time first-team All-Conference performer out there in on Cedar Street in Ottawa, Kansas. And he is just having an awesome match. Swinging away again, and just as we lay down the resume, he gets blocked for the first time.
Good move there from the side of Freedom. Hoyt and Rosner able to put that one together. Jacobs can't get them all. It's a good aggressive swing, but now only with a 6-point well-established lead. Freedom's got to start chipping away.
Elias has served to try to chip away. Good serve, off balance, and that is too long. As Grasso sends it too deep. They go back to Grasso, roll shot, a useful spot. Gianluca Grasso's 14th kill. And we head to our technical timeout. Tyrants leading 16-10 in the tied match.
Meet Tom. Tom is the shipping manager for an e-commerce company specializing in unique, high-end home furnishings. Because these aren't your typical everyday pieces, Tom's often biting his nails every time a shipment leaves the warehouse. His discerning customers will notice every ding, dent, or scratch, which is why Tom trusts one company, RPM Expedite's dedicated network. RPM specializes in hard-to-handle freight that needs a reliable, damage-free shipping approach. RPM boasts 99.3% damage-free delivery. RPM also makes it easy for Tom to customize his shipments. With pricing options, and for transparency and peace of mind, Tom can access RPM's online portal for booking, tracing, and tracking shipments. And of course, if he ever has questions or needs assistance, Tom can always access RPM's round-the-clock customer service. Call RPM Expedite today for your customized, hard-to-handle shipping solution, or visit us online at www.rpmexpediteusa.com.
And we're back here in San Bernardino. The Tyrants, after getting challenged there and losing game number 2, have found all the answers here. And really, Jacobs, I think, has been probably the most dynamic change they've made. And that says a lot because they had to pull Tim Johnson out of the match, who's been arguably one of the top 5 to 10 players in the league over the last couple months.
Certainly is, and you're seeing the duo of, Grasso and Jacobs getting it done, and there's Grasso answering back with an ace out of the technical timeout.
So the lead swells to 7. Tyrants trying to go 3-0 on the weekend and win their 6th in a row. We go to Norman. That is dug up by Afaji. Here's Robinson swinging away. And Freedom was into the net, so Robinson picks up his 6th kill.
Right now, looking at stats, the answer to this problem for Team Freedom appears to be Mikael Hoyt. He is by far and away their most effective hitter and their kill leader with 12 points scored for him, and 11 of those are attacking kills with the 1 ace to kick.
In the middle, Hoyt gets the result, and the Tyrants are into the net regardless. That is 10 kills for Zebra. And the lead
That's
is
going to be
12.
I've got him at 12 right now, according to our official stats sheet. We just got the update, but the man is scoring points effectively all the same. Oh, you are dialed in. I can't read a stat sheet.
Block back, Zebra! Reach out and stuff someone!
Well, the man's scoring points both offensively and defensively. 1 ace, 10 kills, and 1 block right there to add to his point scoring. Certainly an effective answer for Freedom trying to solve this complex problem.
Still down 6, though. A lot of work to do if you're Team Freedom, and that will help as Jacobs with the hammer. Jacobs now has 8 kills in half a match. And the lead swells back to 7. So here's Austin Lovett, graduate of West Virginia. And Norman gets the kill. Norman's got 7.
Yep.
A Shore, New York native. And we're going to see, well, look who's back in. The fans on YouTube wanted him, and sunglasses are off, uniform is on, and here's Matt Seifert in for Kegerice. And we'll see how that changes the dynamics of this one. Blocked back initially. Second chance here for the Tyrants, one-on-one. Jacobs dug up that time. Here's Nelson. And it lands on the line for the block. The Tyrants with the touch they needed. And they lead by 7 again.
Oh man, that one just tears your heart out if you're a Freedom fan. Felt like that point was all but earned and it just drops in there. Great point for the Tyrants though. Their resiliency and ability to keep swinging and blocking paying off.
And here's Jacobs, 2013 Texas. And that is put away. So Norman gets back in the kill column.
The biggest thing right now is if Freedom is able to consistently start passing, then they're going to be able to get their offense. And the offensive answer right now for them is absolutely Norman in the middles. They've got to get the passing there, though to get those sets located well. So pressure on their outside core and number 13, Glenn Magales.
And we'll see how much Cypher gets involved offensively. Good serve by Norman. Run down by Faji. Robinson sticks it through the block. Anthony Robinson playing well, his 7th kill. And we will see Gabo Quiones check back in here for Faji. And here's Tim Johnson making the return for Jacobs, who did his job and then some. Cypher, his first swing, and a big high five from Nelson as he gets the kill.
Got to get the energy involved early. Like to see that. Finding Cypher early there. Matt Elias knows exactly what it's going to take if Freedom's going to be able to send this one deeper into a 4 to 5 set match.
Both guys from Pennsylvania. Cypher and Elias, and that is Grasso delivering. 15 kills for Gianluca Grasso. I mean, those are Brendan Rattray type numbers right there.
Yeah, he is well on record for a 20-point game right now.
And Norman is blocked, double blocked by Grasso and Quiones. I say Quiones and Lovett. Grasso and Lovett with the stuff. First time Grasso's been involved with one. And there's another block. Lovett again. Johnson there as well.
You see Lovett just making the move all the way to the outside, a little bit of a hang, sees the tip and throws it down with a bang. Love to see that from the middle.
And 9 set points for the Tyrants, leading 24-15. Cypher with the swing. And I'll be sent over, reset here for Freedom. Rosner, that's coming this way. I'm keeping this one.
Yep. Game ball touches,
Yeah,
that's what it's all about
mine.
here.
This ball's all wet, oh my God. That's disgusting, give me a towel.
Should have thought of that before the liquid effort headed this way.
Man, I'm never doing that again. Cypher will serve. They go to Grasso, but it's over his head, a errant set. And that will keep Freedom alive momentarily. Now I understand why some of these sets are off the mark. If the ball's that wet.
It certainly is. That is one of the things that with these balls, they're a lot of fun to play with, but they can get slick at times if someone's got a sweaty arm when they receive a serve there. It'll take off, and the ball can definitely be hard to keep track of.
Coming this way again. Whoa, what a save here by Quiones and sent over, and they didn't take out the camera in the process. Zebra with the swing, Robinson with the touch, and Grasso with the roll that will fall in for the set. As the Tyrants respond after losing game number 2, they take the third set 25-17, and they lead 2 sets to 1. Ira and Nick and our buddy Matt will be back for game number 4 when we return.
flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so. Introducing Brain Fuel, a cerebral beverage. Be smarter, think faster, live beyond.
Focus. Good pass, put it down. No, come on. Closer. Good pass, put it down.
I'm training for my 6th Olympics. More than ever before, I have to work hard to stay in shape. I run, I lift, I do yoga. That means sore knees, sore back, sore everything. KT Tape helps me push past the pain.
Used by athletes around the world and at home, just like you. KT Tape relieves the pain of aching muscles and joints. Perform at your best. Easy to apply. Use it for many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
Hi, I'm Casey Adams, President of Visible Supply Chain Management. E-commerce growth has exploded.
And we welcome back into the Pierce Sports Center here in San Bernardino. The Tyrants, well on their way to their 6th win in a row.
Certainly are. They are taking an authoritative lead. They've had a variety of answers. Once again, we talk about the middles, love it. Mountie getting the job done, a lot of defensive block touches. We're seeing Grasso bury balls and all that. It's just icing on the cake when you see Daniel Jacobs coming in and contributing the way he is. So this team is firing on all cylinders and pushing Team Freedom to the brink. They've got to try to find a solution right now. And we're seeing the same team back out on the court that just left, but Seifert is now starting in middle, so maybe able to get a little bit of magic done.
So Elias will serve. Gotta give Team Freedom an early start here. They have to win this set. Not only extend the match to 5 to get the point, but also they know that they have pressure coming up, because if they lose this match, Southern Exposure, red hot, they took down Utah yesterday. Well, Southern Exposure plays at 4:30 p.m. against an LA Blaze squad that, well, Blaze right now are struggling. They've lost their last 5 matches. And we're going to send it over to the sideline. Matt Prosser has some info to share.
Thanks, Ira. Yeah, spoke with Coach Grasso of the Texas Tyrants about the differences between sets 2 and 3. And he pointed out that he relied on his double sub, as what he's doing right now is he put in Afaji and Daniels through the front row to start the game, instead of using it throughout the second set like he did previously. And then speaking with Coach Beaumont, really they need to not give up big service runs to the Tyrants, and they got to get Joe Norman going a little bit sooner, not waiting to get him activated through the set. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Matt. Jacobs with the big swing there. Norman sends it over. The Tyrants looking to Robinson, and he gets the kill. That is his 9th. And speaking of those subs, can you explain, Nick, to the fans watching at home who may not know the difference between the subs with the international rules and versus the collegiate rules?
Certainly. So the way that the substitutions work out, I believe only collegiately in the U.S. Men's NCAA works the same way as international. So the way that works, you have 6 substitutions, and it's a 1 in, 1 out rule. What that means is a player can go in and then sub back out for the same player, but once that is complete, they are not allowed to re-enter the match for that same player or anybody else. So where you'll see that come into effect here is when that double substitution takes place with a Jacobs and Afaji swap in for Quinones and Johnson. It can occur one time, and that's 2 subs going in one way, 2 coming out the other. So that uses 4 of the 6 subs for the Tyrants. So a lot of resources, but very valuable for their offense. Where you might see that on Team Freedom is sometimes they'll use it as a serving substitution. So that is 1 in, 1 out. That's going to be 2 of their 6 subs. So something to keep an eye on, a little bit of roster management, and something that gave Southern Exposure some trouble last night. After 2 errors on illegal substitutions, they got yellow cards for each one as a delay of game, which warranted a red card and earned a point for Stingers at a crucial moment.
Ended up working out in favor of Southern Exposure as they did pull out the great win in 5. 4-2. Freedom in front, now 5-2 as Norman destroys it cross court. His 11th kill. So much for giving Joe Norman a day off. He's gonna have to really shoulder much of this load. Here's Matt Seifert. Definitely not at 100%, but even 85% of Matt Seifert's better than most other options any team will have. They go to Jacobs, and he slams it off the block for his 9th kill. And the lead is 5-3. Jacobs clips the net. Nelson able to pass it, and then Zebra with a rare error missing wide. So a 1-point lead now for Freedom. Could be a free ball opportunity, and Robinson takes advantage of his 10th kill. The ball sails into the table, and I don't know where that one went. 5-5. Another big serve from Jacobs. Can the Freedom run it down? Nelson does. Norman's going to get a swing out of it. A diving save by Grasso. And a power tip by Robinson. Chance for Freedom to respond. Tyrants in transition. Oh my, too much Anthony Robinson. His 11th. It is 6 a.m. now, 7 a.m. in Hawaii, where his family's watching this one. I get up early with the sun to see him absolutely dominating this match. Big serve. And then that's gonna get a redirection into the back corner. Jacobs tried to change direction, but just too much power from Big Joe Norman. He has 12 kills. So, lead, well, there's no lead. It's 6-6, 2-1 in this match for the Tyrants. Norman, big, deep breath. Trying to get the most out of each serve. Clips off the net. Robinson with a pass. They go outside to Robinson. Norman digs it, goes over on one. Mounty, that's dug up by a diving Rosner and sent over by Megales. And that is tipped beyond the outstretched hands of Norman. Yet another kill for Mounty. He's quietly had 6. And here's Robinson to serve. They will drive the court up there, as we saw all 6'9" of Joe Norman extend to try to pancake that one. Just need another 2 inches.
Looking to cook a little breakfast and not able to get it flipped the way he wanted.
Joe Norman needed to be Sean Dennis size.
Yeah, just a little bit more would have done it.
That is wide by Nelson. John Dennis for the Ramblers, 6'11", one of the biggest guys in the league.
Dwarfed only by the 7-footer Paul Bolonzik on Chicago Untouchables, and they are going to be playing next against the Utah Stingers with another giant in Jake Langlois.
Zebra waiting for that one and passing it was Jacobs. And then Grasso, did he get the touch? He did. Gianluca Grasso continuing on. That's his 16th kill. Jake Langlois made the return yesterday for the Utah Stingers and still was not enough to lead them to victory as Southern Exposure pulled off one of the bigger surprises.
There's a net there for the Tyrants, not called.
And that is put back on one. The big return for Faji.
Tyrants catching a break there with no net called. Left elbow of Gianluca Grasso caught that one pretty substantially.
And that is a 5-point run here for the Tyrants. They're going to go to Zebra. Had a double block, so he tips it instead and sent over by Grasso. Nelson, that's dug up. Nearly came over one. That was a big-time net violation. Mounty's trying to argue it, but everybody in the gym saw that one.
That's funny. That one looked like it might have been the ball to me because it was below the tape going up and over. I don't know. That one was tough to see, but Team Freedom's got to work right now to dial it back in because those calls, you know, they're not seeing the ones they want, but they've got to control what they can right now. Down by 3, they're well within striking distance.
Well, Team Freedom has to win this one to get to 5. Gonna check on the next server. It'll be Jeff Nelson. If anything, Team Freedom fights. They've dropped 3 in a row after a 5-0 start, but they're not rolling over. They've only had one 3-set contest. Grasso, big swing, his 17th kill.
Something's got to change, though. I mean, whether it's personnel or a quick adjustment, then we're just, you know, we're not seeing anything change. Everything's kind of continuing as is right now, and that 4-point deficit is only going to continue to climb.
Rosner, that's collected by the Tyrants, and Grasso left it short. Great effort there by a combination of Jacobs and Robinson just to keep the play extended. That was a great shot by our crew of our fans. Thunder sticks out early in the morning here as the Tyrant fans cheering on their squad. Here's Mikkel Hoyt, team down 3. Drops a little floater in. Grasso the big swing. Grasso's second chance, puts it away.
Yeah, those Tyrants fans are electric. You can tell they got their breakfast, some nice meat and potatoes. They've got energy in them and energy to spare.
18 kills for Grasso, 12-8 his team's in front. And here is Isaiah Faji, the 6'3" setter from Hollister, California, to serve. And then Lovett continues to be a nice complementary weapon at the net. He's now got 5 kills along with 5 blocks he's been involved with.
Everything coming up Tyrants right now. Every ball that's going 50-50 on the net. Lovett and Grasso scoring all the same. And with a 5-point lead established now, that's going to be a timeout call from Team Freedom as they try to see if they can find an answer.
So 13-8. You wonder at this point, do they look to make any other changes offensively? They're not getting a ton of production, out of their pins. Joe Norman can't carry the load completely by himself.
No. I mean, at this point,
Bez
Arslani's still on the bench as an option.
Arslani's been a little bit up and down throughout the week. He's had some great moments. He's had some moments where he looks, like he needs to be pulled. And you don't know which version you're going to get. Bez is one of those players that certainly can be, put in for moments to try to bring you some offense. But you have Rosner in there just because he's probably one of the better passers on the court, and that includes your liberos. So it's what's more important at this point, ball control or generating some offense from that side.
So we just got, with an exciting match going on, we just got an exciting match. The building next door to us.
Ace by Elias.
Is currently on fire. And I'm not talking about an electric energy. I'm talking about there are flames next door. So in the case that we lose connection with you guys or we, have a little fun curveball, we're going to try to be dynamic on the solution here. Hopefully play can continue. But just want to give our fans a heads up that that is currently our situation.
Dug up by Nelson, straddling the back line, and sent over with the left hand by Rosner. At the net, free ball. That's going to be a back row attacker. Well, that's I've broadcasted a lot of sports over the years in multiple time zones, and I've seen pretty much everything you could think of, except for buildings next door being on fire.
Well, a little bit better than ours being on fire, and
that is true.
We'll hope we got some fast responders out here.
Elias off the net, poked up, swung wide. Not much Jacobs could do there. Jacobs just hoped to get a good swing after the Tyrants were able to collect that, which clipped off the net. And look at this. It's now a 1-point game. So since that timeout called by Justin Bowman and Carlo Edra for Team Freedom, they've responded. He scored 6 of the last 7 points. Dug up by Robinson. They're going to go back to Jacobs. The roll shot, but waiting for it is Norman. Rosner cross court. Tyrants, can they capitalize? Triple block! Seifert leading the way. Norman, Rosner helping out. And we are all square at 13.
And that's what it's all about. Freedom's had to start controlling the pace of the game. And one of the best ways to do that is a block. And, you always hear what's the most important way to score, and I will make that argument every single time that the best way is with a great block. Not only do you get the point, but you take away the momentum and the energy of the other team, and very specifically one player. So we've seen Jacobs be an emotional and a point leader here for the Tyrants. You go up, you get that block, you start to stifle that, slow it down. Now it puts the pressure on the team to adjust accordingly, whether it's Jacobs has to start managing swings or that's Grasso has to pick up some of the load. When you start making defensive stops like that, things have to change. So Freedom putting themselves back in the driver's seat a little bit, tied up at 13, and they are backs against the wall. They need this win to control their destiny in the first place seed.
Yeah, Matt Seifert coming in though, talking about the importance of the block and just what it does just to the psyche of a team. Well, having Matt Seifert back on the court and having him block alongside Norman, that is a dangerous combo. And Elias will see if he's able to continue to serve well as Freedom is fighting for its first place seeding. Free ball opportunity, Rosner puts it away.
Rosner's been battling all day, trying to find a sense of rhythm, and man, he needed that one.
And Rosner is a lefty, obviously playing on the outside, but this is the one rotation where he is on the right. And able to swing right through that one. Doesn't get a lot of opportunities in this spot. So the lead to Freedom. Elias serves deep. They go back to Jacobs. Nelson's waiting for it. Here's Norman, cross court, gonna come back over. Do they go to Seifert in the middle? They do, the power tip.
Good adjustments. You love to see it. Now Freedom firing on all cylinders, putting the pressure back on Tyrants. And while the Tyrants' defense is certainly nothing to be overlooked, they're gonna have to find a way to transition back and get a point on a swing.
So the lead is 2, and the run for freedom continues. That's going to come our way. What a save for Elias! Greatest save we've seen so far.
And that's going off the antenna. Matt Elias not only dodges the scoreboard that has taken down 4 players this weekend, but he is able to hurdle a chair. Coach Justin Beaumont gets out of the way. 16-13. That's going to be a technical timeout.
Chalk that one up, send it to Sports Center. That's a top play for sure. We'll go to a technical timeout to enjoy that further.
Focus. Good pass. Put it down. No, come on. Closer. Good pass. Put it down.
I'm training for my 6th Olympics. More than ever before, I have to work hard to stay in shape. I run, I lift, I do yoga. That means sore knees, sore back, sore everything. KT Tape helps me push past the pain.
Used by athletes around the world and at home, just like you. KT Tape relieves the pain of aching muscles and joints. Perform at your best. Easy to apply. Use it for many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer. Finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me. It'll work for you.
There's the legend right there. Matt Elias tracks that one down, hurdles an orange chair with the best of them. Keeping freedom in on the back all alone right now.
No concern for life or limb as he put that one away. And that is the return for the Tyrants to the point column. Prior to that, well, for Team Freedom, they had scored, I believe, 7 of the last 8. And that will end the run. Still a 2-point lead as the Tyrants trying to close this out in 4. Now, if this goes to 5, everybody gets a point out of it, but Team Freedom has to get a win or they are in serious peril of having to not be a higher seed. And that's going to fall in for an ace as Grasso picks up his 2nd. 18 kills, 2 aces. He's also got a block. Very productive day for Gianluca Grasso. Rosner with the pass. They go to Norman. And Robinson tries to send it over on 1. Here's Rosner. What's he going to do with it? He gets blocked. Robinson with the stuff.
He is met up top there by the duo of Lovett and Robinson. There's just no room in that wall.
16-16. Cypher with the swing. Cypher with the block. Here's Elias. He goes to Norman. And he puts it away off the top of the hands.
And while Joe Norman is on fire, we've got some great news that the fire next door is out. So luckily we don't have to worry about that one anymore, and play will continue without any possibility of being interrupted so rudely.
So Rosner will serve. They go right side, and missing down the line was Jacobs. Jacobs was red hot, and Team Freedom trying to find some solutions. They lead by 2, 18-16. They've led by as many as 3. Tyrants have led by as many as 5 in this set. Big swing, big result. Austin Lovett drops it like a sack of potatoes. And Cypher, did he get the touch? He did not.
No, that one was over. I didn't see it either. That was over the top.
So tied again at 18-18. And we will see Austin Lovett to serve. Sends it too deep.
Well, Freedom happy to get that one right back and put their lead back to 1.
Team talking things over real quickly on the court as Matt Seifert will serve. Big swing by Jacobs, who gets back in the kill column. Ten kills out of Jacobs in reserve action. Jacobs misses. Oh, what are they calling now? It looks like the officials may overrule each other, and they do. It lands right at the feet of Rena Smith, our line judge, and our lead official, Dennis Francisini, I should say, makes the call in favor of Jacobs, who gets the ace, and that puts the Tyrants back on top by 1. At a crucial point in the match, he puts away his 3rd ace. That's Seifert tying his shoes.
No, it's Joe Norman. He's taking his time.
Oh, it is Norman. I should have looked at the headband. That was my mistake.
Not happy with the call. He's taking his time, trying to ice this a little bit, slow Jacobs down. Everyone knows exactly what happened with the shoe tie there, but
it's all about making sure those shoes stay on the big feet. Jacobs to serve. Another big one dug up by Nelson on the reception, and Norman swings away. The Tyrants trying to take a 2-point lead. Robinson, that's Elias getting the touch. Nelson, high hands. Elias, Norman, and he gets the deflection to tie it up. A lot going on in that play, Nick.
It certainly is. 20 apiece, and we're in a race to 5 here.
So Norman came in off the bench after not getting the starting nod today. They tried to give him some rest, but they ended up needing him, and he's got 14 kills and a block. Toss from Norman. Big ace! Oh, splitting Grasso and Robinson with a laser beam from the moon.
And that is exactly what he was able to do yesterday against the Ramblers, giving some life back to Freedom. Opened up a huge back-to-back ace yesterday, and now we see Grasso tying his shoe. The battle of the shoelaces. If anybody out there owns a shoelace company and you want to sponsor the NBA, here's a great opportunity. We can flash those on camera. Always plenty of ways to get involved and support this great volleyball.
Yeah. 21-20. Norman with that remarkable response. Can he do it again? Off the tape, handled by Riveria. Here's Robinson, hands at the net. They go back to Norman, and he misses long.
Doesn't quite get the right attack read there on that set. And that one's going to go just long, 21 apiece. Got to wipe out some sweat.
And that one is a legit wipe up because he did go down hard.
Yeah, he a little bit off balance on misreading the set location there. And now Robinson is going to be attacking with one of his float serves. Goes deep generally, something that gets taken by a lot of hands. We'll see how Freedom's serve receive handles it here.
Well, he will serve. We got some aloha vibes in the chat here on the broadcast. Sent over on 2. How about them for some vibes? Elias
does not dump frequently, so when it comes, it usually finds success. Great time there to save that one and bring it out of the pocket.
So here is Jeff Nelson got the start on outside. He's been pretty good, I think, more so than anything in the passing game. He does have 5 kills. He sends a deep float. That was going to be in, so they had to play it. A little bit behind, but it doesn't matter as Grasso, did he just do a backflip?
He did a kip up where he was on his back and did the kick and landed right back on his feet. Huge swing from him off balance, but able to crank that one in, tied at 22.
That's his 19th kill. It's a race to 3. The Tyrants trying to win in 4. Team Freedom looking to extend it the max. Serve by the Tyrants. Here is Rosner off the block. Blocked back, and that's going to be outside the antenna. So Zebra and Elias shut it down, and the Tyrants couldn't bring it back.
What a critical moment for Matt Elias, the shortest front row player that Freedom has, to go up, square off, and get a big stuff onto Grasso. Recycled but unable to be controlled for the Tyrants. Now Freedom up 23-22, and that's going to be Zebra seeing if he can track down a second ace.
Shortest front row player is the same height as me. What the heck? Grasso's swinging away. He misses wide. No touch. And it is set point for Freedom in the 4th. What a turn of events.
Big swing, but that's a big triple block there from Rosner. Elias and Seifert did a good job of not chasing that ball high, and they make sure no touch goes down. Now with a 2-point lead, they're going to get a couple chances to try and send this one into extra innings. And we said it from the very beginning, Team Freedom loves to play all 5 sets. They never know if set 1 or 2 are going to have the right little bit of flavor, so they like to see what 3, 4, and even 5 look like.
Well, any good prize fight goes the distance, and this one's starting to look like it will as well. And it would be the 3rd time that in this weekend that the first match of the day went 5. On day 1, the Tyrants outlasted the Matadors in 5 sets, 15-13 in the 3rd. Yesterday, your Las Vegas Ramblers were able to edge Team Freedom in 5, 15-11. We'll see if this one indeed goes 5. The Tyrants and Freedom both playing in the first match of the day twice this weekend to close out the regular season. Tyrants are 6-2. Freedom is 5-3. Zebra serving for the set win. Takes something off of it. 1-on-1 and getting the kill off the block. Grasso, his 20th. 20 kills through 4 sets. Go along with 2 aces and a block.
And the double sub coming in. They want to make sure they've got an offensive option front row. So this is going to be Jacobs returning, and Afaji goes back to serve.
So Afaji, his team down 1. Set point number 2 here for Freedom. Seifert with the pass. They go right side. Norman. That's defended. Chance for the Tyrants. Jacobs. Reach out and stuff someone. Rosner. Seifert. We go to game 5.
Wow. We talk about, Rosner's had a tough one, but right there is no better time to score that point. Goes up, gets a huge block, and sends it the distance. I think we're going to be right back with a commercial, so tune in shortly. We'll be back for set number 5.
flow state, the trailblazer, the closer, the do-it-all hero. All of us were born different. Some of us demand more than we were given. Some of us submerge ourselves in the wake, dive into the trenches, and fight with the ferocity of the rising storm. Some push themselves to attain more than those who came before. And those catalysts deserve and demand a form of fuel that will enable them to do so. Introducing Brain Fuel, a cerebral beverage. Be smarter, think faster, live beyond.
Focus. Good pass, put it down. No, come on. Closer. Good pass, put it down.
I'm training for my 6th Olympics. More than ever before, I have to work hard to stay in shape. I run, I lift, I do yoga. That means sore knees, sore back, sore everything. KT Tape helps me push past the pain.
Used by athletes around the world and at home, just like you. KT Tape relieves the pain of aching muscles and joints. Perform at your best. Easy to apply. Use it for many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
Thanks for staying with us. 5th set coming up with Team Freedom involved. What else would you expect? This is a big one here. Team Freedom, with this win, would clinch with a 6-3 record, first place in the National Conference. The Tyrants are going to get a point out of this regardless. Not sure how the breakdown would come. You know, it depends obviously what happens in your match later with the Las Vegas Ramblers. Should the Tyrants not be able to pull this out, they are looking for win number 6 in a row. What better way would you want to start the last day?
I mean, it's really going to be a nail-biter. And I'm trying to look at points right now. Does this one actually for sure lock them in based on point separation between Freedom and Exposure? Is that the case?
Well, I think they get 1 point there.
Looking
that would be 18 points. I think the only way, because I think 11 points for
Southern Exposure.
I don't think they can
catch
catch
the win
them.
here, just that's going to lock that one in. And I said earlier there was no way the Stunners could actually take first if Freedom drops a loss and Southern Exposure drops a loss, and then Stunners win it in 3. We start going deep into you got to start tracking things down. So we're doing our best on the fly, but the implications, there are so many close standings. But definitely the best way to get up to date points is going to be through our Instagram account. We will be updating that after every match, and we're going to have the correct stuff going forward. So we're doing our best on our predictions and what the implications are going forward, but things will definitely start to clear up rapidly as we go along with it all.
We will have Elias serving first, and if we do have to go to some fancy NBA algorithms to figure out the points, we will do just that. Nelson with the dig. They're going to go right side. Rosner finds a way through the hands of Jacobs and Lovett for the kill.
He ended set number 4 with a huge block and starts set number 5 with a big kill. The man is finding timely ways to get involved.
Here's Elias serving. 1-0 is the score. And that is too long by Lovett, and Team Freedom with the early edge. Tyrants had not tasted defeat since April. Team Freedom losing 2 in 5 sets here this weekend, trying to get back in the W column. Elias, another good floater there. They go outside. Jacobs cross court with authority. 11 kills for Jacobs off the bench. The fans, the Thundersticks, all enjoying this last one, which is now over 2 hours old. Of course, last night's match with Utah.
Almost won a full 3.
I think 2:51 by the time it ended. Elias runs it down. Here's Norman. Cross court. Can't believe he got that much on it. Sent over on 1. Norman swinging away. The Tyrants trying to tie it here, and they do. Anthony Robinson.
And I'm getting confirmation right now. Team Freedom has locked in first place. By going to 5 sets, win or lose, they have scored at least 1 point, which will put them out of reach for any other team in their conference. So Team Freedom locking in that first place already.
And into the net. The point goes over to Team Freedom. Norman gets the kill. That's 15 kills for Joe Norman.
And with that first place lock in, what that's going to mean is right now that's event number 4. They're going to be playing either Blaze or the Chicago Untouchables, depending on how they finish up in the American Conference. But the National Conference, the first official locked in spot. Number 1 confirmed.
A big serve from Rosner. In the middle, stuffed back on the swing by Lovett. They go to Robinson, and he's able to get the deflection for another kill. Anthony Robinson continues to be great today. Lovett serving. Right side, Norman swinging away. And he got it.
And once again, to Urata, a previous statement made only infinitely more complicated. The obvious one staring me in the face while I'm trying to figure out points is if Freedom loses here and Exposure wins, they just win on sets. So, sorry, we're going to try to clear that up. That one's on me, but confusing situation to say the least.
There's so many moving parts this time of year. Norman, actually Cypher with the serve. Oh, what a finish by Ryan Mowney. Ryan Mowney there with the big kill. We haven't said his name a ton in the latter stages of the set, but the big swing ties it at 4-4. Freedom trying to get in the win column to secure that 1 versus 4 first round quarterfinal matchup. Coming this way, run down by Norman and sent over by Rosner. And Mowney again, back-to-back swings. They're using the middles to try to get out of this match. Five-4. Tyrants with the first lead here in the 5th. Coming this way again. Tracked it down again by Norman and sent over deep by Nelson. The Tyrants trying to run something. This time, Mowney's blocked. They go to Robinson down the line for the result.
Robinson's accuracy swinging down the line is unprecedented right now. 2 kills at extremely important times, and that's going to bring Tyrants up to a 6-4 lead and a timeout for Team Freedom. What an answer back here from Tyrants. We are just trading blows.
So the Tyrants were down 4-2. They put up 4 in a row. And now it's going to be a conversation with the Freedom. How do you slow down this Tyrant train? There's Coach Grasso. Team looking at the camera, knowing that his team right now has a 2-point lead. And they are trying to close out the regular season as the hottest team in the NVA. Nobody has played better over the last 2 events. Atlantic City, they went 3-0, trying to do the same thing here in San Bernardino. As Daniel Jacobs, 10 kills, 3 aces, will serve. Delay of game has been called on Joe Norman.
So he got a warning last time, or whether it was verbal or nonverbal, he was warned for stalling the game out, tying his shoes, going back the second time. He's issued delay of game there, yellow card. No implication other than if another yellow card is issued.
And an ace for Jacobs.
Wow.
Miscommunication at the worst possible time.
Team Freedom had some one more time. Team Freedom has had some passing issues plague them throughout the match, and right now in set number 5 is not the time to do it. But Jacobs continues to be an all-surrounding pressure right now from the Tyrants.
7-4. Tyrants continue to serve. Another good serve. Rosner with the pass. Here's Norman. And the double block. Robinson and Mountie. And the run for the Tyrants continues. They lead 8-4. They have scored 6 in a row, and we change sides.
And on top of that, we're going to now see that double substitution coming back in as it's going to be just after this this run ends, not just yet.
Let's go, DJ.
So Jacobs will continue to serve, trying to extend this run. They've scored 6 straight. The Tyrants finishing strong. Off the I-beam, Nelson able to control. They'll send it over. Freedom needs a stop here. And it won't happen. As Robinson, he's now got 15 kills based on my math. And a 7-0 run will force Freedom to discuss their options.
So now let's talk about the complicated side. We were talking about Freedom, which I kind of put my foot in my mouth a little bit, so I'm going to see if I can get this one right. Tyrants currently tied in record with the Ramblers. With a win here, will earn only 2 points. But I believe that they are, I need to verify if they're 1 or 2 points ahead of the Ramblers, because the win here might lock in first place for them. So that's what's on the line for the Tyrants. So just bear with me while I confirm that.
As the teams retake the court here, one of the largest runs you're going to see, and to have it happen in the 5th set shows how dangerous this Tyrant squad is. They turn it on when it matters most. I know the cliche, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Well, the Tyrants are finishing as strong as you possibly could imagine. Another big serve from Jacobs. They're going to go to Nelson for the swing, and he gets the tool to end it. But is it too little too late? Big Joe Norman.
And got the updated. Tyrants are up by just 1 point, 17-16 over the Ramblers. So a win in 3 does not lock them in. As long as the Ramblers can handle a win in 3 to 4 sets this afternoon, we get over into that whole set count. And so that continues on and gets only more complicated.
So after the service error, it's 10-5. Tyrants 5 away from the W. Robinson to serve. Zebra with the pass. They go to Zebra. And Robinson, can he run it down? He's going to slide into the stairs. Nearly got trampled by Grasso. Great effort by the Tyrants, but Zebra gets the kill.
No easy points given up by the Tyrants. They're going to make you earn every single one of them.
Anthony Robinson, my goodness. He went as far as you could without exiting the building.
Certainly did. Ran into a couple of the Stingers guys who are getting ready for their next match as the Chicago Untouchables face off against the Utah Stingers.
Nelson with the serve, Robinson with the pass. In the middle, ball touched by the Freedom. They try to score here. At the net to joust, to poke. Here's Rosner, cross court. Oh, the costly miss. And the lead remains 5 again, 11-6. Ryan Mountie to serve. Mountie serves. They go outside. Rosner off the hands. Grasso. And that is not going to be sent over.
Good pickup by Rosner, but God, that is a critical mistake. That ball has to go over the net.
And it looks like the Tyrants are going to close this out in 5. Team Freedom is playing without both of its typical starting outside hitters. Chris Nugent, who did not make the trip, and Chris Vaughn, who's still injured. And Josh Castillo's played a lot outside as well, who's not on the trip. So the fact that they've gotten the 5 as Rosner puts it away, his 6th kill. The fact that they've gotten the 5 3 times without so many pieces, still quite impressive.
It is, but that's the name of the game. Stingers are playing without 2 of their middles, their starting setter. You know, you've got to problem solve, and that's just part of the name of the game.
Now Team Freedom in danger now, dropping to 0-3, all in 5 sets here. 12-7, Tyrants with the swing. And that's going to result in another kill for Grasso. He has 21 and 2 away from win now for the Texas Tyrants. Nelson with the pass. Elias to Seifert for the finish.
Some fancy handwork there from Elias to get that one over his head and feed Seifert. Good work from them. And the big thing we're going to be talking about all weekend long is being in control of your destiny, or all day long, I guess I should say. And with the loss here, Freedom would no longer be in control of that destiny. It would be in the hands of Southern Exposure.
They will become big LA Blaze fans. That never went over, but I love it. And Freedom trying to make a late run. Still a huge hill to overcome as they are down 13-9.
And just a quick reminder, while that next match is slated for 11:15, we are always allotting a half hour between matches, so that will supersede the start time, as this looks like it probably won't be over until about 11:25 or so.
Gonna go to the outside, and Jacobs gives his squad 5 match points. He has a dozen kills along with 4 aces, and here is John Luca Grasso, 6'1", out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, the USC alumni to serve. Norman swinging away, and Freedom will play on.
Well, obviously a critical point there for Norman. I mean, no choice but to find a kill. I would not be surprised that Freedom just sets him exclusively every ball from here on out. Trying to see if they can manufacture as much of a run as possible, but it all starts with Rosner, number 2 right there.
Rosner trying to keep this one going. Tyrants trying to end it. Jacobs does.
And
Daniel Jacobs, his 13th kill, and the Tyrants, they get challenged here today, Nick, but they do prevail in 5 sets, 15-10 in the 5th.
And as a huge shock, Freedom goes 0-3 on the weekend. That is certainly nothing anyone was thinking that they would see. The last time we really saw many 0-3 weekends was some of those first teams in the very first weekend when they were sorting rosters out still. So to see a team that up until they were 5-0, they're actually on a 4-match losing streak now that I think about it. They won their first 5. And starting with that loss to the Matadors, they have now lost 4 straight matches. So that's a tough way to go. And now 5-4, Southern Exposure has their future in their hands. And a team that back in November in Utah, who was formerly winless in matches, may now be making a run to take first place in the National Conference. What a story, and it speaks to the value of having teams like that that are committed to growing, and they refuse to lie down and take it. They're coming back strong.
The loss on Friday to Southern Exposure at the time was surprising, but then to see how Southern Exposure bounced back yesterday and took down Jake Langlois and the Utah Stingers, now it doesn't look like as bad of a loss, especially when you look at the pieces that Team Freedom's been missing this weekend. They're missing more than anybody in terms of just the firepower they don't have. I know Utah's missing some pieces as well, but to me, Team Freedom still is a team that's going to be a very tough out. Southern Exposure right now, you know, we talk about the Tyrants being probably the hottest team in the league. Southern Exposure is going to make an argument for that as well. and we'll see how this day continues on. The Tyrants, though, I tell you what, they don't have a lot of weaknesses.
They certainly don't, but it's now they've done what they can, and now in terms of the American Conference, the ball is in the court of the Ramblers. We'll see that match tonight as our exclamation point to a weekend full of great volleyball.
Well, we have a man of the match. Yesterday, it was Gianluca Grasso who had just a tremendous offensive effort. He did again today, but Daniel Jacobs was the surprise. He came in, 13 kills, 4 aces, and Matt Prosser will be with him on the sideline, our man of the match.
Thanks, Ira. Yeah, here with Texas Tyrants player Daniel Jacobs. Congratulations on the win. To answer my first question, how do you like playing on this squad?
I mean, it's fun. We practice 4 times a week, so a lot of chemistry going on. It's really good. All the guys gel well together, and I mean, that's huge on any team.
So explain to me really quickly the system that you guys are running where you and Tim Johnson are pretty much interchangeable along with the setting crew. How do you kind of work through that throughout the match?
I think everybody on this team is just ready to play their roles. They're all ready to do what's needed of them, and so, Mara asked us to go in or switch some stuff around, like we're just ready to go.
Yeah. Notice you guys got quite a nice crew of fans with you. How nice does it feel to play in front of your fans on the road like this in California?
I mean, it's amazing. It's nice to, fly out 3 hours and still feel like you have a home court advantage. So love having the fans out here. Love that they get loud and get rowdy for us. It helps us out a ton.
So congratulations on the win. What's the rest of the day look like for you?
Not flight at 6:45, so we'll be hanging around. Ready to go home. We got work.
Awesome. Congratulations, Jacob Daniels. Congratulations.
Thanks, Matt. And he absolutely had an amazing match. Daniel Jacobs deserved that honor today. The Tyrants, what can you say? They win 6 in a row. They finished the regular season with a 7-2 mark. They have 18 points. Obviously, their first place status in the American Conference dependent upon whether your Ramblers are able to win in 3 when you guys play.
Yep.
That match is the final match. I will not be with you guys for that one. I will be on a flight back to the East Coast, but we do have 4 more matches left to go, and I'm looking at the schedule here. Our next one will be the Stingers against the Untouchables. That will be followed by the Stunners and the Tornadoes. The LA Blaze, Southern Exposure. That'll be a pretty meaningful one coming up in our 4th match of the day. I know Team Freedom will be looking very, very concerningly at that match. And then Nick England will finish today on the sideline, maybe without a headset, I would assume.
Certainly the case, yeah.
I mean, I think that would really add to the broadcast if you did both at the same time. But they will take on the home court Ontario Matadors, who have struggled quite a bit, and obviously the Ramblers with a chance to really control their own destiny. Your final thoughts on this victory today? 5 sets. Texas continues to take charge.
I mean, that's just exactly what you want to see. A team's on a heater right now, 6 or 7 matches in a row that they've won, coming on strong. So well-deserved by the Tyrants, well-rounded roster. Love to see it. That's going to do it for us. We will be back here in 1.5 hours time, 30 minutes from now. Utah Stingers, Chicago Untouchables. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.